All right, today we're going to talk a bit about some of the supplies that I take with camping. Specifically, we're going to talk about camping mats in different types, and I'm going to compare and contrast them a few different ways based on price, weight, packing ability, how comfortable they are, and realistically what type of camping you're going to take these on. So a lot of times I'm going to make these videos as we're getting ready for a camping event. I'm usually camping twice a month or so. This weekend we're doing a camping and hiking event for the Camping Merit Badge. We got to get 1,000 feet of elevation change. So we're hiking up a mountain for a total of 3.5 miles up and down to get that. So it has to be at least 5 miles too, so that others can get some of their achievements for second class rank. So first and foremost, sometimes you'll see me wear some of these throwbacks in some of these videos. So this is an older one from 2000. I've been an adult leader since 2004 in scouting, and then I've been in scouting for almost 24 years or so, making Eagle Scout right before I turned 15 in 1991. So it's been a long time. But without further ado, let's get into this. So this is the example of like cell foam or a classic foam mattress. We would have used this in the 1980s. When you put this thing on the scale, this is where it makes sense though. This thing only weighs 15 ounces. So on the scale, so that's 15 ounces on my refrigerant scale. So super lightweight. I scored this thing a 5 based on the weight. And I also would say it scored 5 based on the price, because this is only gonna cost you about 20 bucks still. The packability is pretty great because, you know, I'm using this Red Cloud 5600 here, just an example, because they have the strap down here on the bottom, and you strap it down here at the bottom of your pack. You won't even know it's there, all right? So that's what's great. I would say packability is a 4, but I'm gonna tell you, when you look at how much distance you have between yourself and the ground, and remember, you gotta have something. The earth is a giant heat sink. It's gonna suck all that body heat out of your body, especially in the wintertime. So I rated this one a 1 for comfort, just being realistic. But the type of camping would be like ultralight backpack camping, where you bring this thing, or something similar that's super lightweight. Because remember, 15 ounces, but not very comfortable. So next, we're going to come over here to something that's more like a Thermarest self-inflating mat. I'm going to tell you, for me using these for probably the last 12 or so years, they're not always very self-inflating. Now this was a Field and Stream version, and I think I got it at 80 Bauer somewhere around 2010, maybe 2008, somewhere around there. So the thing that I will tell you is, look at how thick they are. All right, so this one only comes up to be about 1 inch thick. So you roll over in your hip, you're gonna find where that rock is. And also, yeah, self-inflating, but it'll get partially there and you've got to top it off, obviously. So the other thing is, watch this, right? Where my shoulders at? So how wide is this thing? So with my shoulders, and I'm only 5'8", like 168 pounds, I'm barely fitting on this thing. And it came in at a weight of 1 pound 13 ounces. So not too bad for weight. So here's how I kind of scored this one here for your your Thermarest. It's about a 3 for price, because the price is going to be somewhere around 60 to 100 bucks, depending on what you're going to buy and its thickness. Its packing ability, you saw how I originally had it, where I had it over like this and rolled up, but you can also roll it up to where it's just like the other classic foam pad, where you can roll it up just like that. And remember, you're going to be deflating it, and rolling it a few times to get it as tight as possible. So its packability is pretty good. I'll probably give this about a 3 on its packability, but again, you want to deflate it some more. You may want to put it into its own compression sack that is waterproof also. And again, you can easily hang this one down here. Remember, your sleeping bag goes in this portion of the pack, and then you can hang this on the bottom. And you have 2 straps on this type here. And this is a Kelty Red Cloud 5600 that I've had for as long as I've had these mats. Comfort, this one's about a 3, because you're going to find out where these rocks are on this mat, because it's only about a 1 inch depth to it, and I've used it a lot for backpacking over the years. I've taken these on the AT, on backpacking trips, etc. But again, it was about 1 pound, 13 ounces for that one. So again, price was about a 3 out of 5 on price because it's $60 to $80. Packing ability about a 3, depending on if you do it like this or you roll it up the other way. Comfort a 3, and backpacking. Now, here's what I've been playing with here recently. And these are these self-inflatable ones with a foot pump. So these are interesting, and they remind me of a pool float, all right? And it's only like an ounce lighter than the Thermarest, so it comes in at 1 pound, 12 ounces. So at $28, I got it scored a 4 out of 5, meaning 4 and 5 on the high scale of awesomeness in terms of price. But packing ability, I had this joker at 5 out of 5 because you can just put it right in the pack just like this. You don't even have to hang it off the bottom, or you could roll it up and hang it off the bottom. And it takes even less space than either of those two right there. And then in terms of comfort, I've been sleeping on this for the last couple trips. I gave this thing like a 4 out of 5 because I've tossed and turned every which way. I'm not feeling anything through this mat, but I'll pause the video for a minute. I'm gonna inflate this thing and then show you what this one looks like inflated. All right, it took me 36 seconds to inflate this thing. So I had it over on the side. I had my entire boot was right here. It's just going up, down, up, down, up, down. 36 seconds, good to go. I've taken this camping the last few trips. It's been fantastic. I can't find anything wrong with it yet. But if it's kind of like a pool float, I'm worried about longevity over time. So time will tell, and we'll see what the verdict is. But on recap for this one's like the Fun Pack inflatable sleeping mat for $28. 4 for the price. Packing ability was a 5, comfort's a 4. I definitely take this thing backpacking. So that's that. So get this thing out of here. The next one we got is this crazy one I just got for my as a gift here recently. It's from Gear. I was looking for something that was base camping or car camping that could be even more comfortable. So this one here comes in at about $68 right now. I got it scored a kind of a 1 in terms of price because it could be the most expensive one that we reviewed today. It comes in at almost 8 pounds, 7 pounds, 15 ounces. Rest assured, if you want to take this one backpack camping, that's all you're taking. So maybe not. And just to give you an idea, you take it out of the bag, and this is the real deal, self-inflating. So all you gotta do is open it up like this and pull the 2 tabs, and this thing is 3 inches. So 3 inches thick, and it's got like memory foam inside of it, and it will inflate itself. When you get ready to fold it up, this part over here is a pillow, and you just fold using the pillow, and you fold it on itself. There's a second valve here, so you open both valves when you get ready to fold it up. All right. So that's even going faster when I open the second valve, so might be user error right there. But 1 for price at almost 8 pounds, so 7 pounds, 15 ounces. Packability is 2 out of 5 on the scale of rating these today. Comfort, 5 out of 5. I'm gonna use this one this weekend because we are base camping this weekend, so I'm gonna use it. And so far so good. But like I said, once you've got this thing inflated, then you just close the valves and close them off. And you're off to the races with this comfortable thing. Probably get a good night's sleep, won't even need a CPAP. Just kidding. Anyways, all right, the last one. I've been using these Osage River cots for a while. The cot comes in at a whopping 12 pounds, 10 ounces. Obviously, this is gonna be for base camping or car camping. I used the cots for a while because I thought I needed something that was more comfortable. I'm going to tell you now that I'm back sleeping on the ground again, I am sleeping a lot better. But if you're looking for a real easy cot that just folds out, it can't get any simpler than this right here. And this costs you about $55. So it ranked number 2 on the price. And at 12 pounds and 10 ounces, it was the heaviest, obviously. In terms of packability, no. All right, you're gonna be pulling this thing out of your car. Comfort, About a 2. I'm just gonna be serious. There's no padding, so not only are you bringing this, and you know, it's kind of, you know, like a cot would be, but I never found these very comfortable, and you've got air going underneath you the whole time. So in wintertime, you're gonna be especially cold because you've got some convection going on. But for those of you that want to use a cot, it's not bad. There's a trick though, when you get ready to take this one down, so that you know what it is already. You've got to pull these, all 4 of those, and then it will collapse. And if you don't pull all 4 of those, you're gonna be sitting there wondering, why will this thing collapse? But once you pull all 4 of them, and see, one of them probably went back again, and it'll collapse. And you put it back in the back. This is far better than some of those other cots where you're trying to stretch that thing out. You're trying to connect these ends on these poles, and you all know what I'm talking about. So that cot's way easier. I have taken the cot with one of these pads in the past and done that, and I can store stuff under the cot in the tent. But I'm gonna tell you, if you have like a Coleman 2-person tent, this thing's gonna be tipping both sides of the tent. So water's gonna be coming in both sides of your tent if it's raining that weekend. So you probably need a tent that's bigger than a Coleman 2-person tent if you're taking that cot. For anything else, a backpacking tent or a 2-person tent works fine with all the others. So, like I said, I'm about a 24-year scouter. I'm doing this in and out multiple times a weekend. I am a wilderness survival instructor also for scouting, merit badge. What you're gonna see here on the channel is I'm gonna lead into talking about and teaching about and guiding you on some of the things that we're doing with our upcoming events. So I will do some segments on more of the wilderness survival, fire starting, water filtration, etc. And then as I'm working on things at my camp, I'll also be doing more videos on that. But that's where we are today. Thanks for joining. Hope you got something out of this and learned something about it. If you got any questions for me, hit me up in the comments and I'll help you out. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody.